We're back with part two with David, and he was telling us some of the things that he's had to go through out here and experience being a prostitute, some of the hard things. So you were going to tell us some.
Okay, well, I'll start off slow and start with obviously, being a destitute crackhead that's a prostitute that has nowhere to stay. You obviously have to go out there and deal with extreme temperatures, like very cold or very hot. Like lately, I mean, it has been getting very hot outside, to the point of sweating all your makeup off and just looking nasty and feeling so hot you can't breathe, or being so cold you feel like you're dying. Especially with the sleeping outside thing, and it just coming out of wintertime, because yes, January, February, and March were very hard months to sleep outside.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised I lasted that long. It's definitely made me a stronger person. So just dealing with extreme temperatures. Speaking of extremeness, I guess I can go ahead and just say extreme attitudes. People that are out here. I guess I'm not the only person that feels alone, and I guess everybody feels alone, obviously, if they're out here. So I guess at some point, or the way that some people cope with that is that they just have sorry, nasty attitudes. Like I can do something like, I usually wear dresses, so my legs are usually showing, and I could do something like put my leg up on this table, and some girl would have some nasty thing to say to me. And, you know, I'm not the type of person that I just start fights for nothing. I've been lucky enough not to have gotten in too many fights out here, because I usually just hang to myself a lot. I don't really, when there's a crowd, I usually walk away from it. It's usually drama and just nastiness from somewhere. There's always going to be the bad apple. So anyways, just, you know, the people out here, when I get picked up, for the most part, a good little amount, or it seems like it, at least to some of the other people out here. So like late night, I have like some of my regulars that come through, and maybe 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, when there's not very many people roaming the streets, but there's a lot of crackheads roaming the streets, I'll get in a car, and it upsets these people really, really bad. And
what upsets you?
The fact that I'm making money, and when you're very, very chronic, and when you want to rock that bad, or want some dope that bad, and you see somebody else getting in the car and making money, it kind of makes you like a jealous tool in a way. I'm not gonna lie, I get jealous too if I'm sitting there not making any money. I see somebody else making it, but whatever, I move on. Other people out here like to start problems. I've had people approach me as I was getting into the car, screaming to the car, "He's a man, he's a man."
Let's go back to that a second. What happens when somebody picks you up, they think you're a woman, and they find out you're a guy?
Well, I've been doing this for so long, I know how to get away with it.
Yeah.
If it was just up to me and my mouth, and nobody else was saying anything else, I could get away with it a lot.
Yeah.
Because I mostly just give head. I mostly just give blowjobs. So sex is usually not really something that, I mean, not really just care. I mean, you jump in the car, people are trying to get their nut and get off, get out of this side of town. So they're just asking how much, where do we park, and when can we get it started. I mean, they're not usually, I mean, but then you have a few people who are talking about, oh, let me touch your vagina, or let me see your vagina or something. And I mean, usually I'll say I'm on my period. So,
but has anybody ever found out and then flipped out on you?
Yeah, no, not really. I've had a couple that they didn't really flip out as to a point where they put their hands on me.
Yeah.
Just for me being a man. I've had a few people flip out and put their hands on me because they wanted their money back.
Once they found out.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I just don't do that, because I mean, you're not gonna find a girl out here that does do that. I mean, you're not gonna give a crackhead your money and then expect it back 30 seconds later. It's just not gonna happen, because I mean, I'll fist fought over it. a couple of times, probably several times by now. No, luckily I've been very fortunate to, over the years, not get hurt very badly or not get killed because of me fooling people. I used to pass more as a woman than I do now. So it used to be not a problem at all.
Is that because you're getting older?
I think it's because I'm getting older and I've put on a lot of weight. I put on probably about 100 pounds.
Really? That's like oxymoron for somebody who's smoking crack, though, isn't it?
It really is. When I first came out here, I was about 190, 200 pounds. Now I'm 280.
Wow.
So I mean, I put on a lot of weight. And it does not, I don't actually look as proportioned. My body does not look proportioned like it used to. I used to take hormones and I used to be skinny. So I used to have big hips, big butt, and big titties.
Yeah.
And long blonde hair. Men loved it.
Yeah.
So now I've got the short hair, so I'm having to wear wigs. So that does not make my hair look natural. It's just one thing after the other. I mean, just the not having natural hair, having to put on more makeup to make my face look skinnier, or just my stomach being bigger than my boobs now. It's just there are things that give it away.
Yeah.
So now most of my clients know that I'm a man, so it's not really that much of an issue. I mean, but every now and then I do have the ones that think I'm a woman, and most of the time I get away with it. But like I was saying, I've had women and faggots. I've had everybody approach the car while I was getting in of it, out of it, screaming I'm a man. I've had, when I was getting out of the car and I had money, people try to bum rush me and like fight me because they were mad because I took money, because I got the money and they didn't get to make no money. Yeah. I've had some, just sorry attitudes all around.
So, what is your, you've been out here for about 7 years. Right?
About 10.
About 10 years. What is your connection here with Pastor Terry and Bull City Ministries? How did that get started? Be honest.
I was down on Holloway Street. This was more towards the time. I'm still not finished with my bad things that have happened.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go back to that if you want.
Okay, yeah, I would rather, because so I can get it off my chest.
Okay, go ahead.
So like recently, I was telling you that more bad things have been happening than used to.
Yeah, that's right.
And just in the past couple weeks, I've experienced a couple of things that really should make me want to leave the street. I honestly, deep down inside, think it's God's doing, trying to kind of like warn me that something bad's going to happen, worse, not like you were saying, it's going to get worse and worse and worse, that I need to change and He wants me to change, because I really don't want to think it's just Satan, because if it was up to Satan, he would do anything to make the street look more appealing to me. So just a couple weeks ago, within like a 3 or 4 day period, I had several bad things happen to me. I was walking down the street when I was living in the chicken coop, and I had walked out the house and I was walking down towards Driver and Holloway. And there was a group of about 15 guys that were ages maybe 9 to 20, like older middle and high school students. Obviously, their brains had not been fully developed, and they were living they're in the street life, so they obviously I think they were affiliated with some kind of gang or something. So they kind of like was trying to get funny with me and said I got $10 for some coochie. And I said, y'all need to be home. Y'all need to be home. It was like 11:30 at night. I said, y'all don't have no business out here right now. Y'all need to take y'all little bus home and go to sleep and go to school tomorrow. Well, as I kept on walking, because I did not stop and said I was walking as I was saying that, one of them threw a bottle at me, and it busted around my feet and cut my feet up, a little bit. And I kept on walking because I just knew that if I was to turn around and say something else, it would nothing good would have came out of it. So the next thing I know, there's a few of them behind me. One of them hit me in the back of the head with the bottle, and they all started jumping me. One thing led to another. They were jumping me, and I was running out in the middle of Holloway Street, screaming help. Somebody called the police. Because there's nothing I could have done. There was 15 of them. I'm just guesstimating. I was about to say guesstimating, but I'm just guesstimating. The number was about 15, but it was definitely more than 10. Excuse me. But they jumped me, and they ripped my pocketbook off my shoulder, took everything I had, my ID and everything was in it. I just got out the car. I had just, like right after that happened, a car picked me up, like literally picked me up. Right after it was happened, there was a guy. I don't know how he found it nice to pick me up. My wig was halfway off my head. I was limping. I had blood dripping out of my ear and stuff. I mean, I was not a pretty sight, and the guy still picked me up. Well, as soon as I got out of that car, I had this couple that stays out here on the street, Pooh and her boyfriend. That he's not even out here anymore. But you know, they started some drama with me about some food they asked me to hold. They reported about, you better give us our food. It was like a sandwich and a bag of chips. And I ate it. Because you asked me to hold it, you never come back for it, of course I'm going to eat it. Anyways, all that, like I said, that goes back to the drama out here. It's nothing but drama out here. So, then I'd say a couple nights later, I was picked up by a guy in the middle of Holloway Street. And I should have known it seemed rather suspicious when he told me to get in the back seat. When he picked me up, you know, he was acting real funny. Well, that was my third time being raped at gunpoint on Holloway Street.
Third time?
Third time. It's kind of just becoming like a thing. It's not like a... When it happens, I don't really freak out. I already know it's gonna happen. I mean, it happens. It comes with the territory. You get involved in this business.
You've grown numb to it.
Yeah, in a way. It's not really, my first question when he did all this was, how long are you going to take? Let me hurry up. Hurry up and bust your nuts so I can get back to Holloway Street and make money for my crack. Wow. And he kept on telling me, I wonder how you would look with a bullet in your head. You know, just stuff like that. And then he wanted me to suck him off while he had the gun in my head. And I'm like, I'm sorry. You're going to shoot me. You better shoot me now, because I would rather be shot in the forehead than be shot in the back of my head while I'm doing something like that. I just ain't going. I was kind of like being a sassy bitch to him. When I knew darn good and well I should have kept my mouth shut. But
you know, I want to ask you about that. I mean, when you get like that, doesn't that like scare you for, you know, what happens when you die? I mean, doesn't that?
Yeah. If
you was to die, I mean, what do you think would happen to you?
Well, I'm kind of torn. It's a touchy subject. I'm not really sure. There are obviously some people who think that once you're saved, you're always saved. And that's the way I was brought up. So I guess that's the way I really feel. Because, I mean, I don't know. Down deep inside, God has to have a heart. He made us in His image, right? But there are the ones like Pastor Terry who believe that once you die, if you are in your sin, then you go to hell. And maybe I just need to pick up my Bible and read a little bit more. Because I don't know, I'm just kind of not convinced. I'm really not convinced.
Doesn't that scare you though?
What?
That you might be wrong?
Yeah.
And if you were to die tonight...
I'm just praying I don't die. I'm hoping I live to see tomorrow.
But, you know, you've been raped 3 times. You've been...
At gunpoint.
At gunpoint.
Because I wouldn't just let a guy just rape me.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to fall for that. If you ain't got a knife at my throat or a gun or something like that, we're going to find it out.
At gunpoint, you've seen stabbings and deaths, and I'm sure you've seen people shot out here. You see the wall, I mean, of all these people that have died in Durham, murdered. You know there are some people who would absolutely flip out if you got in a car with them and they found out you were a guy. I mean, some people would kill you, I mean, or beat you, or whatever they could do to get. You might beat them, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you.
And
I mean, I'm not the world's best fighter either. I mean, obviously, I've been fortunate enough not to get in too many fights.
Yeah, but so you've got all this happening, and then you're telling me these bad stories are happening, and you feel like God is saying, okay, there's a line coming here. What are you going to do? And you come in here tonight because, and I don't want to interrupt. I know you were telling me you want to finish.
Yeah, we can switch subject. That was really most all I really had to say. There might have been something else I needed to say, but it wasn't that serious because I forgot it.
So you're on the streets. You're in flea-infested, bed bugs. You slept out in the cold, in the heat. You go hungry.
Daily.
Dealing with people out here who are jealous or hating on you because you get crack and they don't, and I know how that goes, being out there myself. You've been doing this for 10 years. And you said you're at a point now where you're tired.
I'm tired. I'm just tired. Period. Even when I'm not smoking crack, I'm just tired all the time.
Tired all the time.
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
My body's run down. Let me show you. Maybe you should put the camera on my feet.
Yeah, let's go.
To look at the cracked up holes, like where my skin's gotten so dry. Like, and this is actually clean compared to what they usually are, because usually they're just completely black.
Wow.
But the skin, the dead skin, is built up so thick on this part right here that it's just cracked, and it's down past like where skin.
It's bleeding.
Yeah, I mean it's constantly bleeding because the hole is too deep. The gash is too deep. It's like not even. It's past where all the skin is. It's like down to like where bone marrow is.
Let me see your arm too. I'll get that on here. I mean, look at that. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I wake up and I have like big old bubbles and stuff from where it's just like the big flea bites, and it's crazy.
Wow. So you've been connected with Terry at high points and low points. You've seen Bull City Ministry. How has that affected you?
Up until recently, Bull City Outreach Ministry has been very, very supportive and helping. I've known Terry from whenever he was married to Eileen.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm gonna cry. I miss Eileen a lot. But he used to just minister out of the corner. You know, just I don't know, Hyde Park and Holloway. And I got a knife in my hand. It looks funny. I'm sitting there holding the knife in front of the camera. Him and Eileen just used to have that van right out there. They used to go pick up groceries from the food lines and wherever, and they would just bring them out and pass them out to people. And that was when I was staying at one of the rooming houses on Holloway Street that got burned down. He came by pretty much every day. Every day. And then he, I don't know, I'm feeling really emotional right now. Maybe it's because I'm just thinking about all this stuff that's been going on. I'm just ready for it to end.
That's what I want you to do. I want you to think about it. Because, you know, to me, it's a clear warning. It's pretty clear to me. And you even said it out of your own mouth. All these things are adding up. You're 28 years old.
I miss my mama.
Yeah.
I miss my family.
You're a real person. And you're not, if you had something to say to people out there who come by here and don't have a clue of what you go through, what would you like to tell them?
Just pray for me.
Pray for me.
Don't ever do drugs and never quit school. That's the two things I always tell younger people, you know. Never get hooked on drugs and never quit school. Because I've done both. You know, I went and got my GED like in 2 days. It didn't take me long because I'm pretty smart anyways. I mean, I'm not trying to like.
I know.
I'm smarter than most
Yeah.
people. I'm smarter than most people out here, at least.
Yeah.
I just retain information pretty well.
Understand.
I remember things. I don't know. It's funny because I can remember like math and stuff like that, but I can't remember things that happened in my own life. But I always just tell people, don't ever do drugs and don't ever quit school.
And to pray for you.
Maybe one of these days it'll do some good.
Do you hope that's what happens? Do you have dreams? And do you have dreams of what life could be like outside of these streets?
Yeah.
What do you think keeps you from that?
I don't even, you know, it's funny because I don't even want a big house with a white picket fence. I just, even something like a little one-bedroom apartment. I don't even give a crap if it's for the rest of my life. Just something that I had that I could call mine and that I could go to, if I don't have to beg people to stay at their house just a couple hours longer because I don't want to go back out into the street. Because I do that. I have friends that I go to their houses sometimes and they're like, okay, well it's time to go. And I'm like, God, please just let me stay for a couple more hours because I don't want to go back out to Hollywood Street. maybe if I had my, if I had my own place, I wouldn't have to. I'd always be home. I wouldn't even ever go to their houses.
Yeah.
I don't want much. Just, I think I would be so happy with just the essentials of life at this point.
Well, David, I appreciate you talking to me tonight, and I hope to get you again away from Holloway Street.
Yeah. I hope so too.